that we got was about Renown. Yes, many people dread it. I happen to think it's a great system. I like it way more than grinding out rep, so I'm happy to see Renown return. A lot of people, I think, just look at Renown and they're like, oh, that's a Shadowlands thing and I hate everything Shadowlands. Don't be so naive, people. Don't be so naive. What's up, Minnie? I think Renown is a great system. I like the fact that you can see where you're going, and it's kind of like readily obtainable. Like, you should be able to know, we gotta skip this shit. What is this? What is this? What is this? You'll know like where you're going, right? And you know how to obtain it. That's why I like Renown so much more than rep grinding, which just feels like you're filling another XP bar. It's so much more fun than the usual rep grind. I totally agree, Omnikin. So let's see what exactly how Renown's going to be used in Dragonflight. With the latest Dragonflight Alpha build, unlocking some max level content, we are finally able to take a look at Dragon Isle's reputations and how to farm them. Not reputation, but renown. That's right. There are 4 main factions in the Dragonflight, in the Dragon Isles: the Dragonscale Expedition, the Maruuk Centaur, and the Iskaara Tuskarr, and the Valdrakken Accord. However, as you first discover these factions and check your reputation standings, you will notice that these do not actually have reputation bars, but instead, renown bars. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. So much better than rep. I don't know why people hate renown so much. This is correct. The Dragon Isle's reputations do not use reputation standings, but instead use renown systems similar to what we used for Covenants in Shadowlands. You are able to check your Dragon Isle's renown by checking on your Dragon Isle's summary menu. Okay, so you can easily just see the major factions there and the renown and how to get them. Very cool. Clicking on a faction summary menu will open the renown tab for that faction, which uses a very similar UI we used in Shadowlands, where you can preview the renown for that faction. And that's one thing I love is like you can look at this and you could decide, okay, I want to grind out this rep / this renown right now because I want to get these level 6 ability. Right? It's very cool. I think it's very cool. Because renown is useless. You feel like, why is renown useless? I mean, it was a way to tell the story. That's why I appreciated it. It was a way to tell the story, and it was a way to know what you needed to do to advance the story. I always hated in World of Warcraft when you got to a point in the game where the story had stopped, but you knew there was more in the game for you to play, and you couldn't figure out what to do to get to that point in the story. Like, you just knew, for some reason, the story stopped. For you. And sometimes it was reputation. And you didn't realize that unless you went to Wowhead or looked something up. With Renown, you know why the story stopped. For you need to get to a certain point in your Renown. So you just go grind out some more Renown, come back, there you go, you're back. So that's very cool. And that's why I liked it. The rewards from Dragonflight Renown feels much more fulfilling. I think that's another thing Omnikins kind of touches on there, is people didn't like Renown because maybe they didn't like the rewards you got for it. So maybe better rewards will be, a better... people will view Renown in a more favorable way. Farming Dragon Isle Renown. So in Shadowlands, Renown was only farmable a couple times a week. Farmable Renown in Dragonflight is a little different, as although these are referred to as Renown, farming Renown is similar to farming Reputation. Below are the currently known ways you can farm Dragon Isle's Renown. Completing daily quests in the Dragon Isles grants you 75 rep with factions. Okay. Completing a weekly quest named Making a Name. So that's kind of like... whatever, the Things Within Things quest that we always did for Zereth Mortis, grants 200 reputation for all Dragon Isles factions. Completing events such as Primalist Invasions, Centaur Hunts also grants you rep, changing depending on the event. Values are still being compiled. Okay. 1 renown level requires 1,000 rep to be obtained. Wait, so we're not getting the little renown things? We're getting rep to give you renown? This is confusing as hell. Yeah, I like Renown, definitely an improvement over rep bars. Yeah, I agree, but what is this? What 1,000 reputation? Oh, okay, 1 Renown level requires 1,000 rep to obtain. Okay. I think I get it. You get the Renown by using the rep. Alright, fine. Currently, with the known max Renown levels for each Dragon Isles faction, farming these factions' Renown requires less reputation than your usual neutral to exalted faction, and I think that's another thing I liked about it. For me, getting Renown was just playing the game. You play the game, you get the Renown, right? It didn't require me to go just mindlessly kill boars for 2 hours, which is another reason why I felt like Renown was better. The Maruuk Centaur give a maximum of 20 or 20,000 rep. Dragonscale is 25, and the Iskaara Tuskarr and Valdrakken Accord are 30 or 30,000 rep. I personally think it's a great system. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a good idea that they kept Renown in the game. To me, it was one of the few systems from Shadowlands that should continue on. Thank you, Invasions. Thank you. Welcome back to you too as well. Missed you guys. No, because they put a cap on it. Yeah, they do put a cap on it, but to me that alleviates my need to go chase it down. I know you're essentially complaining about time gating, Shoki. That's what you're complaining, Shahok. That's what you're complaining. You're complaining about time gating. You don't like the fact that they time gate shit by basically stopping you at a certain point and you can't advance until you get more. But I mean, they have to time gate the story somehow. They can't unlock the entire story up until the final raid boss the day the expansion comes out, because it's just not going to make sense. Half of it's going to be out of context. So I understand that. And for me, whatever, putting a gate on Renown, because again, it's not power progression related. So it's fine, cap it, and I just won't do it for a little while. I don't care. As long as it's not power progression related, it's fine, and usually it isn't. A lot of the Renown stuff, that if you remember, is like ways to get around more easily, things you can do more easily. Here, we'll look back at some of the Renown stuff that we got in Shadowlands. If you guys remember, you unlocked more rows of conduits, but then, like, you know, everybody was getting the same thing at the same time, and it never felt like a grind. Increase your soul binds. So I take that back. Some of these, I guess, were power progression related. I did forget that we unlocked rows of our soulbind shit. Some of this stuff was just fun. You will acquire wisps of memory. Again, this is story stuff related. It's an easy way to advance. And I didn't care that it was story locking stuff and time gating stuff, because then I just didn't do it. The Renown is killing the bag space and taking them so long to fix. Killing the bag space, take them so long to fix. You talk about the little Renown tokens? Yeah, I'm sure they'll make them stackable this time. Mind if I come with my DK? I do not. Hey Sam, are you looking... what are you looking for in the raid? Anything, I think. Well, maybe another healer, most of all. But some more DPS can also come. Thank you for the summon. I do need to transmog first. Yeah, so I think the Renown system is great. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's one of the few systems in Shadowlands that I think was actually worthwhile and worth keeping.